dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Countdown, levitate. Going up, elevate. Watch me demonstrate. On time, never late. I grind, celebrate. No pump, fake, hesitate. I've been scoring every day. Champagne Perrier. Since 9-3, been in the box, now I'm stepping up to home. Like straight out the sandlot, now I'm plotting on the globe. I work hard, I show love, that calm and steady grind. Got this far, I go hard, let God take control. I was starving skinny, now my weight up, got no energy for haters. See you trying, see you later. I'm shooting for the stars, need no laser beam, blowing like the greatest, but it's one who's always greater. Yo, go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Smile good, skin clear. This here my year. Hey, look up here. This here my tier. Same fit 4 days. I grind 4 ways. I play no games. All me, no blame. On the wave, my own wave. Can't stop my shine. In the lane, my own lane. Can't stop my grind. 40 yard in the V12 and like 1.5. At 19, I cleared 19 in a month, no lie. Oh God. I was starving skinny, now my weight up, got no energy for haters. See you trying, see you later. I'm shooting for the stars, need no laser beam, blowing like the greatest, but it's one who's always greater. Yo, go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees. Go dummy, go beast on them. I go beast. Go deep, I OD on them. I OD. Apply pressure, put heat on them. Put that 500 degrees on them. 500 degrees.
Well, we know it won't be 500 degrees Saturday night, but nevertheless, you know what it is, man. It is Buffalo Bills edition to Rise Up Late Night. And of course, man, listen, this one is going to be a scorcher, obviously, as usual. Make sure you like and share. We on Facebook and YouTube right now. I am the Firestarter, Andre the Torch Robinson, in the building with my brother from another brother. You know who he is. You've seen him plenty of times doing great work out here. Real, authentic work out here. My guy, Akeem Richards, A. Richards from Built in Buffalo. What's good, my bro? What's popping? What's yapping, man? What's good?
My brother Dre, what's going on, baby? A. Rich, Akeem Richards. If you don't know me by now, please get to know me. I'm just ecstatic for playoff football, Saturday night football in Highmark Stadium. It doesn't get any better than possibly eliminating the New England Patriots, man. I'm excited, and I'm excited to be here, man. I appreciate you. I love your work. I love what you do, and keep doing what you do, my brother. Excellent job. Excellent work.
Appreciate you again, man. Don't be a hater this year in 2022. Make sure you like and share. All right. Make sure you support positivity. This is another one of those weeks. We glad and happy to have another week to be able to do what we love to do most. And first and foremost, I would be wrong not to shout out some of the other people as well. Shout out to Mookie Hawkins, Joe Monson McDowell, Pat Freeman, other guys who cover, the Buffalo Bills and do work, phenomenal work, giving us, the up to the minute sports when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. Now, with that being said, we got to get to this Bills game coming up. It's a Saturday night game. 8:15. I know a lot of people was like, oh no, it's a primetime game. This year hasn't been very nice to the Buffalo Bills when it comes to primetime, unless you're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs game. But nevertheless, we got the New England Patriots, divisional rival, coming up Saturday night here in Highmark. We remember what happened the last time the New England Patriots came to Highmark. All right. I do not want you to forget it. My guy A. Rich asked me how I felt about this game coming in. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna give you that. I'm just gonna go by the layers. All right, we're gonna go by the layers tonight. We're gonna talk about the Bills offense versus their defense, the Bills defense versus their offense. We'll also talk about some organizational moves. What should happen maybe in the off season coming up if the Bills so happen to just lose, which I don't think is gonna happen, but if that happens, we got to talk about that too. And then we're going to get into a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not going to give up the whole show. Y'all just going to have to watch, tune in, and get ready for it. So, hey, Richard, we're going to start off like this, my brother. We're going to start off just like this. Buffalo Bills offense versus New England's defense. You give me your thoughts on what you think should happen with the Bills versus this defense, all right? I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, most definitely. I seen Matthew Judon little press conference the other day, and he talked about he expressed keeping Josh Allen in the pocket, keeping him at bay, not letting him run, because if he runs, that opens up passing lanes for the Buffalo Bills receivers. So I expect the New England Patriots to try to keep Josh Allen at bay, try to keep him in the pocket and let him use his arm talent to win this game. Me personally, I think that's a mistake, but I'm assuming the New England Patriots are hoping that the weather is going to play a factor, right? So earlier, last game, the New England Patriots, what I noticed on film, they like to rush upfield. And by them rushing upfield, being aggressive, rushing upfield, it opened running lanes for Josh Allen. And Josh Allen was able to exploit that. So New England Patriots, Bill Belichick is one of the best, if not the best coach in NFL history, right? So he's going to try to do different things to disguise their defense and to keep Josh Allen at bay. So defensively for the New England Patriots, I expect their defensive line not to be as overly aggressive as last time, right? Especially in passing situations. In passing situations, I expect the New England Patriots to hold their point in attack and kind of figure out what Josh Allen's trying to do with the football, try to keep him in the pocket and make him make plays, not let him extend with his feet. So that's what I feel the New England Patriots defensive front is going to try to do to Josh Allen, keep him at bay. Let's not forget Isaiah McKenzie, 11 receptions on 12 targets, 125 yards and a touchdown. Cole Beasley's now implemented in the game. What is Brian Daboll going to do this time around? Isaiah McKenzie had a lot of success. I'm hoping Brian Daboll finds a way to implement both Isaiah McKenzie and Cole Beasley on the field at the same time and use these players in the proper plays to maximize opportunities, right? So I expect Isaiah McKenzie to be a focal point in this game once again, or I would hope Isaiah McKenzie be a focal point in this game again, and Josh Allen get him the ball. Like I said, he had 12 targets last time. I expect him to get a couple of targets this time. Probably not as much, but I expect Isaiah McKenzie to be in that fold. And let's not forget Stephon Diggs and J.C. Jackson. Stephon Diggs loves to go against J.C. Jackson. Last game, 13 targets, 7 receptions, 85 yards, and a touchdown. Look for Josh Allen to go to his number one wide receiver. Right? We want Stephon Diggs to get in this game and get in this game as early as possible. Let's not forget Buffalo Bills. They're doing a great job running the football as of late. Devin Singletary, in my opinion, is establishing himself as the number one running back for the Buffalo Bills. Earlier in the season, we thought that it would be a running back by committee, Zach Moss or Devin Singletary. Let's play the hot hand. No, that is not the case no more. Devin Singletary is indeed the running back one. I expect him to get his opportunities and to make most of his opportunities. Even Brian Daboll said Devin Singletary is getting more production based on what he's doing with the football, and what he's doing with the football is excelling thus far. So overall, I expect the New England Patriots to do different things to try to limit Josh Allen with his legs. But again, the cold weather, the factor that everybody think is going to play, Josh Allen not playing great in cold weather games, I think that changes this Saturday. I don't give a damn if it's the arm or the legs. Josh Allen is going to find a way to get this job done, and the Buffalo Bills offense is going to find ways to exploit this New England Patriot defense. Mute.
Have said that no better. Even in mute, I had to say what I had to say because listen, I couldn't get it out of my mouth fast enough. Man, listen, what you just heard was phenomenal. I was a jewel, man. You said everything that needed to be said and a whole lot more. So I'm not going to try to take up too much time, but I will say this. I'm looking for the Bills to be an 11 and 12 personnel a lot. Spread the field out, and I'm looking for them to go deep early because I need the running lanes to open up. You know, most teams usually establish the run to open up the pass. You know, the Buffalo Bills established the pass to open up the run a little bit. You know, they've been doing that in multiple games this year where they pass a lot and then open up the run in the second half for Devin Singletary. Matt Breida, are we going to use Matt Breida this game? I need Josh Allen not to run 12 to 15 times in this game. It's too cold for that. You know what I mean? It's too cold, way too cold for that nonsense. I need Lil Dirty to get them touches. Give them at least 6-7 touches of the football. You know, use Matt Breida if you can a little bit. I'm not understanding why we haven't really had a couple plays designed for those guys. Those are two of the fastest guys on the field. Right. You know, you got to use those guys. I'm looking for Brian Daboll to actually be able to use his player personnel in the way he's supposed to, the right way. All right. I don't want to see no glitches in the game where Brian Daboll has a stale moment or what we call a senior moment or a brain fart in the game. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, you know, the Bills may be up. Hopefully they'll be up. Hopefully they get a lead early. And then they start to, you know, dwindle a little bit because of not using player personnel properly, not executing the plays the way they need to be executed, not using, you know, not using the right personality and then the right play calling. I want to see, again, a lot of 11 and 12 personnel in this game and run off of that. If you're going to run Josh Allen, don't run him in bunch formation. I swear, if I see another run in bunch formation, when you know this team is a more pass and block offensive line, I'm probably going to throw a hissy fit. And you rarely get one of those from me. But I'm really expecting that run to continue to keep going the way it has been. I mean, Devin Singletary has had almost 2 games now with 100 yards almost. Last game, he was 12 yards short of 100 yards. The week before, he had over 100 yards, which is really good. That's good to see. And then I want the offensive line to block, okay? I don't want to be seeing New England's front four getting pressure, a whole lot of pressure. I need to see Josh comfortable, you know, in this type of situation, because the last time when this game took place, I'm going to be honest with y'all, Bills Mafia. I'm going to be honest with everybody tuned in watching. If you're on YouTube or you're on Facebook right now, I was like, this game really didn't fit Buffalo well, because I feel like the Bills are a dome team playing in a cold weather environment. And that's how I feel. I mean, this team moves like a dome team. And then we got to see Mac Jones throw the ball only 3 times and go out of Highmark Stadium with a victory. And that pissed me off. I'm like, yo, you knew what they came to do. Speaking of which, we got to get to the next part. Shout out to everybody tuned in right now. Make sure you like and share. Get these likes up. Get these shares up. We appreciate you. Built in Buffalo, Rise Up family. We in the house. We talking Saturday night. Let's go. Bills Mafia, make some noise. Put some likes and hearts in the comment section. You know, let them go. Let's have a little fun tonight. All right. Let's talk about the Bills defense versus New England's offense a little bit. What do you expect on that in that aspect?
So when I used to get in trouble in school, I used to chew gum a lot in school, right? I was hard-headed in school. My teacher wanted me to take out the gum out my mouth. I didn't listen. So the teacher made me come up to the board and write, "Do not chew gum," 100 times on the board. Well, equivalent to the Buffalo Bills, they have to stop the run. The Buffalo Bills have to stop the run. The Buffalo Bills have to stop the run. Damian Harris, Stevenson, we can't let those guys go off like they went off in the first game, right? The first game, Damian Harris rushed for 10 attempts, had 10 attempts, 111 yards, 1 touchdown on one good leg. That was one good leg. He had so much success running the ball. Stevenson had 24 attempts, 76 yards himself. So they both was equally able to establish the run. And that is why Mac Jones was able to come away a victor as a quarterback with only 3 passing attempts, because the Buffalo Bills couldn't stop the run. So that is the main issue and the main thing the Buffalo defense have to focus on. Stop the run, get the New England Patriots in obvious passing situations, and let Mac Jones attempt to beat you, right? The Buffalo Bills defensive ends, they have to do their job. They have to keep their gap integrity. The Buffalo Bills on both games got beat on toss plays. Buffalo Bills got beat on toss plays both games, and they ran the toss and had success on the toss, back-to-back plays, just flipping it on each side of the ball, right? So Gregory Rousseau, Jerry Hughes, our defensive end have to keep their gap integrity, have to do their job and keep them play on the inside so our big dudes, our defensive tackles, and Tremaine Edmonds can come in and make those plays. If the Buffalo Bills can stop the run and put the ball in Mac Jones' hands, the Buffalo Bills will have success. I think defensively is way more simplistic for the Buffalo Bills than the offensive side of the ball. Stop the run, put it in Mac Jones' hands, make him make plays, because we know Mac Jones, he's not built for this. He's not built for these weather conditions. He's not built for this type of atmosphere that he's about to experience in one Bills drive. So let's put that pressure on him and make him the rookie quarterback make plays to beat the Buffalo Bills. And if they do that, if the Bills defense stop the run, it's going to be a long day for New England.
All right, interesting enough. I agree. A lot of great sentiments right there. Bills defense will be pressure. Got to put the pressure on Jones, said Dalton Smith. Absolutely. Shout out to Jay, Timothy. I see you as well. Dabo about to unlock the playoff playbook, he said. Marcus said, and left in the third quarter, Damian Harris and Stevenson are two bruising backs. Marcus, Betts, you could have got on here. I don't know what you was waiting on, but nevertheless, hey, it is what it is. Come on if you want. Come on. All right. Listen. Let me make this very clear.
Yeah, break it down.
Let me make this very clear. Give Leslie Frazier his flowers now.
Yeah.
I put that in the article this week coming up. By the way, if you want to read articles, you can go to thechallengernews.com and read any one of the articles that's pressed on here. Matter of fact, hey Richards, after the show, I got something to ask you about that.
I think we hear with that. I think we should.
Yeah, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. We'll talk. Definitely. Now, listen. Leslie Frazier has held this team down.
Yeah.
He has kept this team at bay, especially with not having a great front four. He does not have a great front four. For those who listen, let's not even argue it, okay? We've had a team that has had players on the front four who haven't had more than 6-7 sacks in a whole season. And once again, who's leading in sacks this year? Matter of fact, put it in the comment section if you know right now. Who is leading the Buffalo Bills in sacks this year, and how many sacks do they have? All right. So Leslie Frazier deserves a lot of credit. Even with Trey White going out, this team has still balled out on defense. I'm talking about Trey White being an island on one side of the field on his own, and they still have balled out. And that is a credit to Leslie Frazier and his game planning and the players believing in what he's been putting out there. You definitely need to give him his flowers. Number two, we have a linebacking core in which I think, because the Bills run a 2 linebacker scheme, that sometimes a certain guy, my guy, Maine Savage, like his game to death, but sometimes he should be playing Sam in what he was playing in college, which was outside linebacker, Sam. And I think A.J. Klein should be playing more of the middle linebacker role with Matt Milano playing the inside. I think that would run them better. It would service them better, because sometimes Tremaine Edmonds, even though he's sideline to sideline, has issues with instinct. Making the proper, plays, not overrunning a play, on coverage plays. He has some inefficiencies or issues with that. And I think if you put him on the outside, where he only has to cover a space and he can become a better pass rusher, him and Gregory Rousseau, with their wingspan and how big they are, could rain terror on one side of the football field. Maybe the side that, Trey White wouldn't be on. You know what I mean? To help out their number 2 corner, because obviously, as we've seen, the Giants, we've seen other teams when they don't have great secondaries, the pass rush has helped the secondary out in a great deal. Shout out to my guy who's in the building right now, Marcus the Alphabets, in the building. What's good, Marcus?
What's going on, family? How you doing?
All right,
Marcus,
pretty good. Now,
what's
Marcus,
going on, King Rich? You doing all right?
Yes,
King
sir. How you
Rich,
doing, bro?
King Rich, man. I totally agree with everything you said, man. I was listening to here. I was trying to hurry up and get on. I totally agree with everything you said as far as what they have to do. The run that run game last time, it was pretty devastating. And here's the thing. It's the weather conditions, as far from what I hear, are going to be around the same. 11 degrees, freezing cold outside, and you gotta get these guys on the ground early. You cannot let Damian Harris get going. You cannot let Stevenson going, because once those 2 guys get going, it makes the game so much easier for Mac Jones. It makes the game so much easier. His reads are easier, and he can just dink and dunk you the whole rest of the game. So I'm totally I totally agree with everything you just said, man.
Appreciate that.
Now, to finish up on the defensive end, as far as what the defense need to do, what's good, man? You already know what it is, Marcus. On the defensive end, they need to be very aggressive. I need to see the aggression that they had. Listen, they need to play like the last 2 games. And I get it. It was against the Jets and Falcons. That's fine and dandy. But it's not about who they played. It's about the mentality and the mindset that they had in those games. They need to have that. Listen, this is that type of game. We are starving. We are hungry. We need to bring the aggression. This is a violent sport. Football is a violent sport, and you need to be aggressive. The Bills, if they want to beat the New England Patriots, they have to be aggressive in the run game, in the run-stopping game, and they have to be aggressive getting to Mac Jones and letting him know where he at. All right, you are not in Boston. This ain't no tea party. We ain't serving baked beans, Boston baked beans. This ain't the can of tomato. This ain't the tomato cans game. All right, this is one of those games that you come in here, you get your tail spanked, you go home, you take you and your best favorite, your number 1 greatest coach of all time, and y'all go home and send it packing and get ready for next year. That is the type of mentality that the Bills need to have on defense. And I think Leslie Frazier's probably cooking up something, brewing something up real nice, stirring the pot real good this week for that. I'm not really too much worried about the defense all like that, except for the run game. I need them to
but the thing with the run game, though, is because, look, the first game, this is nearly an exact replica. I don't know if it'll be as cold and as windy.
It's cold right now.
And this has been the issue with the Buffalo Bills, is that they, that run game is when they face. It seems to be when they face power backs, they have issues. They had issues with Jonathan Taylor. They had issues with Derrick Henry. They had issues with Damian Harris. And when you're facing guys like that, especially in these elements, and you got to try to tackle these guys for 20, 30 times in a game, I mean, it tests your intestinal fortitude. So we'll see. We'll see what I'm really looking forward to the game. I think it's a. This is the kind of game here where if you want to, get to where you need to, where you're trying to go, then this is the kind of game that you got to win. Y'all still there?
Yeah, we still here. You just got the spotlight on you while you talk.
Okay. I was like, oh man, they dipped out me. So I'm really excited about it, but they got. You got to play smart football. You can't, like my man said, obvious passing down. You can't let them get into 3rd and 3rd and 2s and 3rd and 1s. You
Right.
got to try to get them in 3rd and long. So I think that's the key. I think that's the key to the field position game and keeping them in 3rd and long. I think that's the key to it. And I don't know if y'all done the offense yet. They got to run the game. You can't be one-dimensional. You just can't.
Right.
You can't, and you can't make mistakes. Look, here, you can't make mistakes. You can't make mistakes against Belichick. That's what people really don't understand. It's like when you play Belichick, you gotta do things right. You can't be, look, and this is what I talk about when you win. Yeah, the overall objective is to win the game. And I had a debate with some of my guys in the chat room. They're like, "Oh, well, we won the game. We won the game." And that's great. And the overall objective is to win the game. But you want to take certain things out of the game. Josh Allen can't throw 3 interceptions. You did that against Atlanta. If you do that against Belichick, 3, even though he ran for 2, and that's great, you can't have a 17-point QBR. You can't make mistakes like that. When you get the Patriots down, you have to step on their throat. This is what I was talking about, when I was saying, like making the mistake. Because Bill Belichick, when you're playing great teams, you can't make mistakes. That's the main thing. So I'm excited for this game. I hope they make a commitment to the run. And when you get a chance to hit those backs, Damian Harris and Stevenson, you gotta get them on the ground.
The last time the Bills honestly had a clean game was against the New England Patriots. That was the cleanest game they had in a few games. When you look back at it, Josh Allen didn't get sacked against the Patriots last game, right? He didn't throw any picks against the Patriots last game. We didn't have any fumbles. The Bills only committed 5 penalties all game long, and the Buffalo Bills was able to come away with victory, and it still wasn't easy by a score of 33-21. So I agree with you 100%. The Bills definitely have to limit mistakes, and honestly can't make any mistakes. And I'm going to take it a step further. In my opinion, Brian Dable took too long to adjust against the New York Jets last week. He took way too long. If Josh Allen don't have it, you have to recognize that shit sooner. Because if you don't recognize that against the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick, it's going to be a problem. So Brian Dable, the offensive staff, they're going to have to make those necessary adjustments quickly. They can't dibble and dabble and wait to the second half or wait to the end of the second quarter to start making adjustments, because this is the wrong team and wrong coach to be late on anything on. So just a couple points.
Yeah, absolutely. I like all the points being made. Marcus the Alphabets likes to be very analytical, like to be very, very unbiased, but give you the real at the same token. I'm surprised I ain't heard nothing about Josh Allen yet. No, I'm just messing with him a little bit. I mess with my guy a little bit. But
I like the kid. I do. I really like. I did a piece on the Alphabets Bits about Josh Allen. I get a lot of critique. Oh, you're always talking bad about Josh Allen. I'm like, dude, I'm a Cowboys fan, and ain't nobody harsher on Dak Prescott than me. I'm hard on Dak. I'm hard on Josh Allen because I have high expectations for him. I have you should have high expectations. But with that, you have to look at the good and the bad. You gotta look at both things. He's got everything that a modern football franchise is looking for. He's 6'5". He's 200. He looks like he's about 240, 245 to me. He looks. I know they got him listed like 238. He looks heavier than that to me. He's got a rocket launcher arm. He's mobile. I mean, these are the new breed of quarterback, the Joe Burrows, the Justin Herberts, the Trevor Lawrences. That's what they're looking for. But he's bigger than these guys. And I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Best quarterback in the 2018 draft. I think that's pretty much settled now. Now it's time to take that next step and be consistent, making good decisions, not turning over the ball, throwing the ball accurately, taking what the defense gives you, and not making the bonehead play, trying to lateral the ball or do – you don't have to do that. Play your game. When something's not there, use your feet, get out of trouble, Get on the ground. Don't take any kill shots. Don't take any kill shots. I remember a couple of years ago, he took that kill shot going down. Distribute the ball around. You got playmakers. You got your Gabe Davis. You got you got Stephon Diggs. You got Dawson Knox. You can check the ball down to Singletary. Use the playmakers around you. Don't put it all on you, and don't turn the ball over. And if you do that, everything should, it gives you. It's not a guaranteed win, but it really increases your chances of winning.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like how you just put that all together because you must have been watching the heading. You must have been watching it. You was watching. We're gonna talk about keys to victory, man. Hey, Rich, I'm gonna give this to you. Marcus gave his. I want to hear yours too.
Keys to victory. First of all, gotta maintain balance on offense. Have to maintain balance on offense. I know the Buffalo Bills like to work the pass to set up the run, but this is one of those games where the Buffalo Bills have to implement running the football. Running the football is showcasing a physicality, right? You want to be physical against the New England Patriots. Let's give an identity, run the football. Let's get our athletic offensive linemen, let them pull and let them get into space and get into the second level to block those linebackers and show physicality running the football. And when you run the football and when you have success, it opens up the play action. And Josh Allen is one of the best play action quarterbacks in this NFL. So work the run, set up the play action on offense. And I think the Buffalo Bills will have a lot of success that way. Right. Another key to victory is no turnovers. We just spoke about it, right? Just alluded to it. No turnovers, limit mistakes. The Buffalo Bills, they tend to keep teams in games by their own fault, right? The Atlanta Falcons was in the game for a little bit too long because the Buffalo Bills made a bunch of mistakes, right? Against the New York Jets, the New York Jets was in the game a little bit too long because the Buffalo Bills was making mistakes, beating themselves, bonehead plays. That cannot happen in this playoffs if the Buffalo Bills hope to hoist a Lombardi trophy like I expect them to, right? So limit turnovers, limit penalties, limit mistakes, show balance in the offensive run, in the offensive game, show some balance, run the football, set up play action, right? And then last but not least, stop the run. Stop the run. Buffalo Bills must stop Damian Harris, must stop Stevenson. You want to watch when N'Keal Harry's in the ball game. I noticed when N'Keal Harry's in the ball game, it's probably a high percentage that they're going to run the ball. He's one of their better run blockers on their team as a wide receiver. If and when they get into the red zone, you definitely want to watch out for their red zone targets. Hunter Henry, I think the Buffalo Bills did a great job in the red zone, defending their red zone guys last game. They got to continue to do so this game, right? So Buffalo Bills, limit mistakes, limit penalties, stop the run on defense, run the ball and open up play action on offense, and the Buffalo Bills will win this game.
Easy as cake. Easy as cake. All right. This game will not be easy as cake.
No.
You made it sound real easy as cake. But this game ain't gonna be easy as cake.
Not at all.
Marcus like pie too. And this game ain't gonna be easy as pie either.
Peach cobbler, baby. Peach cobbler, man. Peach cobbler.
I like pie too. But this ain't gonna be easy as pie either. Timothy said we need someone on special teams to set up good field position, especially in this cold weather. Interesting that you said that.
How you feel about that, Dre? How you feel about Micah Hyde back there returning kicks?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I'm not.
The only reason why I don't like it. Yeah,
ahead,
I don't like it. I need him to be focused. I need him to be focused on just defense, playing defense. Right. I do not like Micah Hyde covering any type of punts or kicks in this type of weather that's going down this week. By the way, it's supposed to be a snowstorm. Wow. So there may be snow involved in this game. I don't like it. It's a recipe for potential disaster. I ain't trying to have it. You got to look down the road. You can't just look at this game. If you're going to win this game, do it the way you got to do it. And that's having Micah Hyde play defense all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
no special team stuff. I don't want to see none of that. All right. Secondly, another thing that has to happen for the love of Jesus and all his disciples, I need them to be creative.
Yeah.
Get exotic.
Yeah.
I need them to get exotic. They cannot be sitting up here being the same simpleton Buffalo Bills with the same simple run plays, the same simple run pass plays. They got to stretch this thing out, and they got to get exotic. They got to get a lot smarter. I don't want to see the same old boring 3-4 plays. The New England Patriots can win that way. They already showed you. The Buffalo Bills cannot win that way. Okay, and I don't want to see that. Aggressiveness is important. They need to be aggressive. The offensive line needs to win. They need to win at the onset. I need them to win at the onset. And speaking of onset, it wouldn't be onset if my guy who don't look like Offset right now, my guy who look like Offset.
He got the cornrows going on like 2 Chainz. You got the 2.
I'm telling you, my guy look like Offset.
He is giving that 2 Chainz vibe.
You got that 2 Chainz vibe going on, man.
What's going on, my guy? My guy, the coach, Mookie Hawkins, man, in the building. Hey, Mook, we was just talking about keys to victory. I'm going to give the floor to you because, man, I want to hear what you got to say. I don't like to talk a whole hell of a lot. I want to hear what you got to say about what you think about this game. We talked about offense versus defense versus their offense. We got into the keys of victory. So give us a synopsis on all that because you know you the man. Let's get it. The coach.
What is Bills Patriots?
Yeah.
I mean, the Bills just got to do what they did. They got to dictate the tempo. I mean, at the end of the day, they got to dictate tempo. Something that they know that New England can't withstand. Now, do New England has D? Of course. Bill Belichick is always going to bring defense to the table. That's his staple. That's what he's known for. All right, so that defense is going to be well prepared. But on the flip side of that, they are dealing with some injuries on both sides of the football. You got Christian Barmore, who just scathed from tearing his ACL last week. So I don't know how much 100% he's going to be this week. You got Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson. They both nicked up. It's going to be 0 degrees out there, especially with a hamstring and the shoulder injury. You know, that don't build well in the cold. But just by me just talking with the team this week, they super locked in, man. Like they is so it's nothing that can really like surprise them with as far as a question that's going to get them amped up. Them dudes is already amped up. I mean, you know, they listen to what the media says, and everybody still gives New England a chance just because they want to make an excuse of it's hard to beat a team the third time and all of that crap. And you know, they want to make a narrative on how the Bills don't play well at home. And yeah, we get all of that. But it's a brand new season. As long as the Bills dictate the tempo, and we know that New England is never going to outscore Buffalo. You know what I mean? They don't have 30 points in them as far as a shootout. So the Bills got to dictate the pace of the game. And if they do that, then obviously that's going to force New England's offense to do something that they can't do, and which is trying to make Mac Jones beat you instead of the run game. So, you know, the Bills definitely got to force the action. It's going to be one up front, battle in the trenches in the cold. What would you rather have? You know what I mean? This is football weather. And we're going to get it in the trenches. But, yeah, those are definitely going to be some of the keys of victory, though. We got to be able to run the ball. We got to be able to use Isaiah McKenzie in more ways than one. I will put Isaiah McKenzie at the backfield position and match him up with Donta Hightower, who can't check him. You know what I mean? But I don't know if Dable got that in him. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think the Bills are really locked in and have a nice little game plan. Just hopefully they don't have those inconsistencies on third down like they had against the Jets. You know, I asked Dawson Knox about that, and basically he was just saying, you know, it just really boiled down to us just really locking in and executing the play. So, but it's still up to Dable to call the right plays to put those guys in the right positions to make good decisions with the ball, because You know, he put Josh Allen in some positions to make bad decisions, and Josh proves him right with these bad decisions, and he resorts back to some of the things that, you know, my man Marcus over here loves. All right, so but
I don't love it. I look. That's like, you know, that's the issue
Here
I have.
we go.
And this is where we part ways, fellas. When y'all start, look, Brian Daboll is one of the hot coaching candidates, ain't he?
Oh man, I hope he hurry up and get go.
He's one of the hot coaching candidates.
What's good,
What's good, baby? What's good, man?
I said it once and I'll say it again. I love Josh Allen's arm. I love his mobility. I love his toughness. I love his mobility. The only issue that I've ever had with Josh Allen is making the bonehead play, the gotcha play.
I ain't even gonna hold you. He's been doing some goofy shit, but
look,
it's the goofy
what does play calling have to do with him? 3 interceptions against Atlanta. What does that have to do with the play calling?
Well, some of those ain't as far. If the dude get the bad of the ball, then the ball is gonna fly all over the place. It's not like he's forcing and they getting picked off. You know what I mean? It's not like he's really making a badass read and they're picking it off. You know what I mean?
And I get that. Like I totally get that. Here's the thing about it though, Mook. Here's the thing about it though, Mook. You gotta here. I saw you like the one. I got a new one for you, okay? And I got a new one. I see you use you don't get credit for putting out your own fires, okay? You have to stop the bleeding. After you throw that first interception, it's like, okay. You throw the second interception, you gotta be like, okay, I've thrown 2 picks. I can't throw no more picks. I can't throw no more picks. You gotta stop the bleeding. Eventually, you got to be the person. If I'm paying you $42 million, okay, you're the second highest paid player in the league. Okay, that's why they pay. The top three players, paid players in the league: Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott. When we're paying you that type of money, I need you. You've got to be a force multiplier, and you cannot. You got to be able to stop the bleeding. You got to stop the bleeding. You are too important of a cog to this offense to make. You're in year 4. Okay, you're in year 4. Some of them
created the cog. Who created the cog? Who created the cog? The offensive coordinator. When you look at it, look at the play calls and the creative play design that's in Green Bay. Look at the creative play design that's in Kansas City. All right, we talking Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. All right, we talking LaFleur and Nathaniel Hackett. All right, even when you look at it from Dallas perspective, you know, with Keller, you know what I mean, and Dak's a dog. But when you look at the Bills, you look at, come on, man, Brian Daboll.
He was.
Brian Daboll.
You got to remember the man was number 2 in MVP race last year. Would it be fair to say, Mook? Would it be fair to say? I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just asking.
We're top 5 offense right now.
Has Josh Allen regressed this year? Is that a fair question to ask?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
He hasn't regressed.
He hasn't.
Okay. I'm just asking. I'm not saying he has or hasn't. I'm just asking.
It's a different evolution of him. And this year, I think he learned. This year was the year that he learned to have more patience, to deal with patience and not to force things. It's just that teams are dropping back in coverage, playing spy, and they're batting the ball. And that's where half of his interceptions are coming from. You know what I mean? It's not like back in the day. It's not like we're back in the day. But then let me tell you this though, Marcus. He gets stuck sometimes because the plays are horrible. Like they all run curls and nobody's open. You know what I mean? It's
and not only
that's bad play design. That is bad play design.
You have the flexibility as the number 2 highest paid player, not just quarterback. He's
not calling the plays, Marcus. He's not
audible. You audible. If I see,
let me tell you this. Let me tell you
this. Okay.
Be done with it. They
Okay.
played the Jets, right? Did you watch any of the Jets game?
I watched a little bit of it.
You watched the beginning of it?
I jumped in around the middle. I be flipping.
Yeah, so
I
you
be-
missed the good stuff. You missed
Okay.
the good stuff when they was
Okay.
running all types of new shit. They was running all types of new shit, quick screens. Stephon Diggs got a screen. Dawson Knox got a screen. Singletary got a screen. We was moving the ball.
Is that the one? Is that the one where McKenzie went off?
He stopped running the stuff. He never sticks with what works. There's so much damn sporadic play calling is bad, bro.
Was that the
It's
game where
bad.
McKenzie went off? Was that the game where McKenzie went off?
No,
Yeah, he ain't touched the ball since.
right.
I
Why
remember
is
the
that?
McKenzie game because I had McKenzie.
Why
on
is he
the
ain't touching the ball,
And-
bro?
Yeah.
Listen,
He hasn't touched the ball
Dable
since the last time they played against New England.
I asked Dable I said, McKenzie in the Miami Dolphins game scored 3 touchdowns. He ain't touched the ball the remainder of the year. Are y'all gonna make plays for him now? And he's extinct again in the damn offense. So
Now-
that,
When I saw what
Right,
McKenzie
bro.
did in that, when I saw what McKenzie did in that Dolphins game, he was. I would dare say he's one of the maybe behind
best
Steph
player on
Diggs,
the team.
behind Steph Diggs, maybe the second most explosive player on the team. He looked quick, he looked shifty, and I was like, hey,
He's
Cole
the fastest
Beasley.
person on
I
the
was like,
team.
Cole Beasley. Hey, Cole Beasley, man, you might want to, man,
Yeah.
you might be out of a job this offseason,
But why
man.
he's not touching the ball? Why
And
he's
that-
not touching the ball? Why he don't have more plays designed for him? That's not a Josh Allen thing. That's Dable.
And not only
You know what I
that,
mean? That's Dable, bro.
and not only that, Brian Dable, and I like the guy. I think he's a solid offensive coordinator, but he's 2 different offensive coordinators. He's one type of offensive coordinator between the 20s, and then he's a completely different type of offensive coordinator once he steps into the red zone. For whatever reason, the Buffalo Bills play calling in the red zone.
I now part of that I gotta say, just looking at the personnel from the Buffalo Bills, it gets a little bit tougher as you get closer to the red zone. If you look at most teams that get to the red zone, they do one or 2 things. Either they have a big body wide receiver, or tight end, which y'all do. I like Knox. I think Knox is a top 7 tight end. After you look at Kelsey, Kittle, Waller, after those guys, Andrews, you got to start looking at what Dawson Knox has done. The inability to run the ball as you get closer to the end zone when things are more compressed. And when you were talking about, we were talking about taking their foot off of people's throat at the end of the game. That's the really successful teams. They're able to punish you at the end of the game and run out the clock. And that's that to me, that's somewhat of a personnel issue. That's a little bit. Go ahead. What were you saying, Ethan?
Rich. I was just going to say, let's try to put this Josh Allen regression to bed.
Okay.
The man had 4,400 yards, 36 touchdowns, over 750 rushing yards, and 6 touchdowns. In the NFL or in all the sports, players just have better seasons than others. Everybody is not going to have the best of seasons every season. You play 10 seasons.
So is Mahomes regressing?
As Patrick Mahomes, see, and here's where we split ways again. You're comparing a guy. You're comparing a Super Bowl champion. You're comparing a Super Bowl champion.
He was forcing stuff. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to. He was.
No, here's the thing, though, Mook. Here's the thing. Mook, I agree with you to an extent. Mook, a lot of stuff, me and you, we agree on. A lot of stuff we do agree on, bro.
It don't sound like it.
Here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. It's like I told my guy. It's like I told my guys before. When you have success, people start scouting you. They look for tendencies. I got one of my guys. He got mad at me. I was like, Stephon Diggs ain't gonna have the same type of year that he had last year. He's getting 1,100 yards. 1,100 yards ain't 1,500 yards. He had like 7 or 8 100-yard games. He had 3 this year. Teams are saying hey, we cannot let Stephon Diggs go off. So then you have to start looking at other stuff and other people. I thought Gabe Davis. I really was. I was my man down here, Ethan. He swore to me. He this guy. He told me, man, Marcus, you need to look out for Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis didn't play the first half of the season.
I understand that, but I'm saying then you got to go to somebody else. And we saw when Isaiah McKenzie got an opportunity to play with some extended playing time, he really showed out. Then I think they need to look at that because personally, I don't think Cole Beasley going to be here next year. I don't think Cole Beasley going to be back next year.
And let's not ignore the fact that Josh Allen is probably the most pressured quarterback in the NFL. He is the most pressured quarterback in the NFL. So protection matters. You know, I think the Buffalo Bills, they rely on Josh Allen's athleticism, his physical ability a bit too much. And sometimes when you have to do too much, when you have to create too much, you get yourself into trouble. So in the offseason, in my opinion, the Buffalo Bills should do something to rectify that because Josh Allen, I believe, pressured 247 times. Most in the NFL by far.
He's pressured because they don't run the football. When teams are just like, we don't respect your – I'm not saying that. I'm saying when teams don't respect your running game, they're going to be like, you know what? Just like you all don't respect – look, you just said it. You don't respect Mac Jones passing the ball. Do
teams respect Dallas' run game?
Not like they used to. Not like they used to because I don't think Ezekiel Elliott's the same player. I don't think he's the same.
Are they respecting run game? It's a yes or no question.
It's because it's not just Zeke anymore. It's Zeke and Pollard. So yes, I think, but I don't think that they fear it as much as they used to when Zeke was a rookie and Zeke is running for 1,700 yards.
So is Dak Prescott regressing? Did Dak Prescott regress?
Has Dak Prescott regressed? I think he's going to win the comeback player of the year. No, I wouldn't say he regressed.
That hands down. He's going to win that hands down. But did he regress?
Has he regressed? No, I don't think he's regressed. I don't think he's regressed.
Okay, well let's just okay. I'm just going to throw these at you.
Okay.
Throw these. These are three people.
Mm-hmm.
37 touchdowns. 13 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, hey, don't just throw interceptions. I need the fumbles too.
Hold on. Next guy. Contested number 2. 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Contested number 3. 36 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Who are those guys?
Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, and Dak Prescott.
Nope.
I think he got 2 out the 3.
Wrong. You couldn't have thought Aaron Rodgers got 10 interceptions. You wild.
No, Aaron Rodgers only has 4 interceptions.
That's it.
Patrick Mahomes. So
Mahomes, sir.
Numbers are just about identical, guys. So, so now we want to talk about is Josh regressing? If Josh regressing, all the asses regressing. They are
like it.
Okay.
I like it.
I didn't say he was. I asked the question. I
didn't know if y'all heard. I heard some of the keys to victory you guys were saying, but one that it's been.
Go ahead, Ethan. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say one that I was trying to it's been bugging me for the last few weeks, and I mean, thankfully against the Patriots the second time, he actually did better with it. But for the love of God, please, on 3rd and 3, get the first down and not take a deep shot down the field.
Right.
Oh my God!
But you know why though? You know why that's happening? Because Dable is telling him to do it. You didn't hear when they had.
But you saw. I hear you. I hear that. I agree with you, Mook. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got it. That's what in the game in Foxborough.
Checking it down.
Right, the game in Foxborough, he was checking it down and taking what the defense gave him. I don't care if it's a 10-minute drive if it ends in a touchdown.
Bad coaching. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's not okay. We get with the Josh, but it's bad coaching that's going on. That's making Josh make these bad decisions. It's bad coaching. Now, I'll say this about that product. That dude is on fire right now. I ain't about to hold you. He is playing like no other. 5 touchdowns in the first half, but that's great play design. You know what I mean? Bills don't have that. That's why I love Dable, but it's he got to go somewhere else and let Dorsey take over.
Well, it goes back to what Dre was saying earlier. Dre was saying he needs to be more creative.
Ethan, you're right. You know what else I can't stand? I can't stand when it's 3rd and 7 and you decide to run against the Jets too, like he did last week.
That's about as bad.
That's where audibles come in, folks. That's
about as bad as the Giants running a QB sneak on 3rd and 9.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, it's all about play calling. We talk about play calling.
That's why he's in the unemployment line right now.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, though. Joe. That's why Joe Judge is in the unemployment line right now. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, too. You know, you talk about creativity, and I'm all with creativity. It's hard to be running triple reverses when it's snowing and icy outside. A lot of times with divisional games, you know what we're going to do. I know what you're going to do. And really, it's about who executes better. That's what it really boils down to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's something else.
Wait a minute. Either. I got to put this out there real quick. Marcus.
Yes.
Cut that out. I don't want to hear about triple reverses. We know we're not doing no damn triple reverses in 5-degree weather. First of all, with the snow, I'm talking about running a run play where the guard pull. How many times have you seen a run play where the Bills guard pulls anywhere?
They was doing it these past couple of weeks. They've been playing downhill. Mm-hmm. He's been playing. He's been having them play downhill. That's why Devin Singletary is having the success that he had.
They need to keep that going.
Yeah, but now they do it too damn much instead of setting it up with the play action. Like they did it like 4 times in a row. I'm like, why y'all gonna keep doing it? When is the play action coming?
But they wasn't doing that in the beginning of the year. That's what I'm saying, Mook.
Yeah, but he abuses it so bad to the point where it don't work no more.
Right.
He beat it.
Oh yeah, I know. I agree.
It's bad play calling at times. That's why. Look, the Bills score damn near 30 points a game, and they're so inconsistent. Just imagine if this offense was consistent. They won't lose a game. You look at every victory the Bills won. The Bills finished 10-6 this year, right?
11-6. Every
victory was beyond double digits. It was never a single digit victory. Every game that they won, it was double digits. It's just inconsistent within that offense, and that's the scary thing about it. Because if they get clicking these next 4, they're going to win the Super Bowl. They're going to win the Super Bowl. This offense get the clicking and being consistent, they're going to win the Super Bowl because nobody's going to outscore them. Even the Kansas City Chiefs. Don't do
that, Mook. Don't do that, Mook.
No, we're talking about the Bills. Let's not go there again.
Don't do that, Mook.
No. We're gonna go there because you know why? We got the number 1 defense in the NFL. How about that?
Yes, we do.
We got the number 1 defense in the NFL too.
And not one Pro Bowler. What the hell?
You got the number 1. You got the number 1 defense and lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had the number 1 pick.
And we that has nothing. Whoa.
Titans lost. Tennessee Titans lost to the
Jets. Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. I got this. Wait, hey, Mook, I got this. I know we didn't show. I was at
the Bengals.
I was at the Jags game. I know our offense didn't show up, but our defense only gave up 9 points, so we still have the number 1 defense.
Well, here's the thing. This is the great thing about the turn. Look, like my man Mookie says, I agree. I told once you make it into the tournament, that's the main thing. You want to make it into the tournament. I just be messing around, man. I like that.
I know.
Once you make it into what I need to see is don't turn over the ball. Don't turn over the ball. That's the main thing. Don't turn over the ball. Do you think the Patriots will have
this question from a Patriots fan?
Yeah. It's Belichick. What do you think? Come on, TC.
Honestly, I think Belichick tried to do the same thing. And to me, I think that the Bills, their best chance is to jump on the Patriots. Because really, now with the weather and all of that stuff, if they jump on the Patriots are not a quick strike offense. I think we all know that. They're dink and dunk, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And if you jump on them, they're not that. The Tennessee Titans are built the same way. We're going to run the ball. We don't do a whole bunch fast. We're going to play good defense. Hopefully Tannehill doesn't turn the ball and hand the ball off 30 times to Derrick Henry. But my issue, my concerns with the Bills is the weather, because I've said this and I stand by it. The Buffalo Bills are a dome team that plays in a cold weather city. That's what they are. They're a dome team that plays in a cold weather city. Their roster, if you put them in New Orleans, if you put them in New Orleans on turf, that would be great. But that's a part of that's a personnel issue, because it's like, dude, you got to look at your division and where you play, and you need to build your team based like the Bills should be built more like the Tennessee Titans than the New Orleans Saints. That's how they're built.
Division. Hold on, man. Look at
my
God.
I'm saying the way that the team. I'm saying the way that the team is built. You all are a pass first team. You can't. How do you have long-term success being a pass first team when you play when there's blizzards outside?
Because McDermott is making him run the football now. That's why. He understands that you got to be able to run the ball late in December, and that's what the Bills have been doing. You see, they have not lost a game since Devin Singletary has been averaging over 18 carries a game. And by the way, y'all lost to Denver Broncos at home.
Jeez, don't start this move.
We're 12 and 5. We're 12 and 5. We're 12 and 5. We're 12 and 5.
Lost, so what? Y'all lost to Denver.
We're 12 and 5. We're 12 and 5. Number one offense in the league. Number one
defense.
You don't get credit for beating the New York Jets twice and the Miami Dolphins twice. You want credit?
Wait! Whoa! I gotta stop you right there. Whoa! I got that. I got this, Mook. But how do you get credit for beating the Giants twice?
The Giants are trash. We don't know that the Giants are. But you know what you do? You know what you do to a tomato can? You know what you do to a tomato? Right, tell them what you do to a tomato can. What do you do to a tomato can? The Philadelphia Eagles.
Wait a minute. I just pointed out your inconsistency.
Put that tomato can on the shelf.
You kick the tomato can down the street. That's what you do.
What do you do when you lose to the Broncos? What do you do when you lose to the Broncos?
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'm 12 and 5. That's what I'm 12 and 5. It's
all right. All joking aside. All joking aside. Every team has had a clunker this year.
You're right. They have. Everybody is.
We don't see both of these 4 games.
Dallas is a tomato can. Okay,
hey, first of all,
Mr.
San Francisco's not an easy matchup.
No cakewalk. Dallas
San Francisco's
ain't got no cakewalk,
nah, man.
You want to know why we ain't got no cakewalk? Because the NFC is a better conference. That's why.
Oh my God.
The NFC is a better from top to bottom.
It's top heavy.
From when you look at all of the what would the San Francisco 49ers be in the AFC? What number would they be in the AFC? The 49ers.
What
was it, Rick?
With the Pittsburgh Steelers, Mona, I love you, Mona.
No, geez,
Would the Pittsburgh Steelers be in the playoffs if they were in the NFC? Would they be one of the top 7 teams? Come on, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Would the Pittsburgh Steelers be in the playoffs if they were in the NFC? Our worst team would be like a 3 or 4 in the AFC.
You can't look at it like that.
The Chiefs and the Bills, the Titans, they got a lot of flaws. The Titans, the Steelers.
Y'all won't beat Cincinnati.
Man, you know what? Cincinnati ain't man. Man, Cincinnati ain't no joke, man. Cincinnati. Let me tell you something. Talking about dangerous teams, and you just talked about. To me, Cincinnati is the San Francisco of the AFC. if they're clicking on all cylinders, what do you do with them? Because they do everything. Look, okay, you got to shut down corner. Okay, you put him on Chase. Higgins will kill you. The other kid will kill you.
I know about Higgins.
Mixon will kill you. Samaje Perine will kill you, and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Probably the best quarterback under 25.
Let's pull it back. Hey,
Okay.
hey, Marcus, let's pull it back. Let's talk about the X factors of this game, man.
Joe Burrow's come back.
Let's talk about the X factor players of this game, man. We talk about other teams. We want to get back to the Bills and Patriots. Man, y'all about to make this a whole Rise Up Late Night. Shoot, we got a Rise Up Late Night show for that.
Yeah, I got a 9:30 appointment.
I saw you over there. I saw you over there kicking it with the GOAT coach move. We see.
I know. I saw you got Bill Belichick to smile.
You see how Mook be all. You see how Mook be all incognito. Mookie be incognito. Oh God, I gotta go talk to Bill Belichick real quick, man.
He got Belichick to smile twice. That's impressive,
right? And he just got a new contract with Waffle Sport. Congratulations, man. I see you. I see, but he be doing subtle brag. Yeah, man. I got
Bill Belichick got my contract renewed. That thing went viral. That thing got 3,000 views and over 100,000 impressions.
Yeah,
that's and I get the chance to talk to him tomorrow. I got a question. What y'all want me to ask Bill tomorrow? I got to talk to him tomorrow in the morning.
Well, I he does that. He be trying to. Old Coach Belichick, he be trying to. He killing you with kindness, man. Oh yeah. The Buffalo Bills the best team in the we're just lucky to be on the field with those guys, man. They're a great Josh Allen, man. He's done that. He's done that his entire career. And I bet you when he's alone in the locker room with his team, he's like, man, we're gonna kick the snot out of them, man. We're supposed to do, But it's pretty obvious.
But all joking aside, Bill Belichick knows good football when he sees it.
Y'all being real modest. Y'all being real modest right now. Y'all being hella modest. Let me tell you what Mookie Hawkins got Bill Belichick to do. He literally said, "Yo, how do you feel about Josh Allen?" He gave us a whole paragraph and a half about how he felt about Josh Allen. Then Mookie gonna turn around. Look, he gonna turn around, pull one of them joints. He was like, "So how you feel about Mac Jones?" He was like, "Look, this is what he did, John."
He's been consistent.
He's like, he did what he was supposed to this year. Instructed John. I'm like,
I know. I saw that.
That's how
Josh is one of the best. Like he said, like Josh is one of the best players in the league, and then Mac has been consistent. I'm like, oh.
Yo, and then he gave a shoulder shrug. That was the worst part of it.
X factor for the game, Dre. For me, I'm gonna go. I'll jump in there first.
Players, fam, players.
Devin Singletary, man. Devin Singletary. You have to look. I'm not saying he's got to run for 150 yards, but he does have to put the Bills in good down and distance situations. Third and 3, 3rd and 2. Those type. That's where he's got to. That's where he's got to. He's got to be. The Bills, in my opinion, have to jump. They have to jump on the Patriots. If you allow you got to jump on the Patriots. What the Patriots want to do is the same thing they did in the first game. They want to come out there. They want to establish this line of scrimmage, and they want to run Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson down your throat. They do not want to put. I don't believe they want to put the game on the shoulders of the rookie quarterback Mac Jones. So to me. Run the football whenever the opportunity presents itself to take a shot down the field. If the weather and wind permits it, do it. But short down in distance. Devin Singletary to be on the defense, and then I'm going to give you a name that y'all might laugh when I say this. Shaq Lawson just signed him back. Shaq Lawson comes back for a playoff run. put him up in there, the big body guy goes back home. I'm gonna say Shaq Lawson in the middle of the defense, because the Patriots
So
are
that is official now.
It's a done deal. I saw, right, Mook?
No.
Shaq
Nah.
Lawson.
Mookie
He's back,
Lawson.
ain't he?
Nah.
Not
I
yet.
don't-
Not
Nah.
yet.
yeah.
I heard that they
I
talking.
didn't think that was a done deal.
No, I'm waiting on Shaq to call me. They gonna make it. They said they're gonna let me know. I'm gonna be one of the first, either us or Trainwreck.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I think on Sunday.
It's really on the Bills to pull the trigger, but Shaq still feel like he don't want to come in and cause like he riding their coattail. But I had to tell him, I was like, bro, you started the code in Houston. You know what I mean? So come back and finish this thing. But he going once the Bills beat the Patriots, then he'll be signed, and then that's when all hell gonna break loose.
Okay, I think perhaps what's today? Thursday. I think he's signed by Sunday. I ain't an inside.
Well, the
I ain't a Bills.
game's Saturday, but
Yeah.
I
mean,
Devin
you know,
Singletary-
to be honest, Deion Dawkins told me out his mouth that he's coming back. Right? You know what I mean?
that he's
So
not
it's
coming
gonna
back.
happen. It's gonna happen, but it ain't gonna happen this week. It's gonna happen probably Sunday, like
Not
you
this
said,
week.
Marcus, right after the game. It's gonna happen.
Would he have to go through any type of COVID protocols? No. Okay. Give me Devin
he was
Singletary.
just on a team.
He's doing
Give
it now.
me
If that's the case, he's doing it now.
Give me Devin Singletary, and on the special team side, give me Isaiah McKenzie. He's the X factor. I think he returns a punt or a kick, you know, big yardage on that. Give me Singletary and Isaiah McKenzie. Those are my two X factors.
Team?
Trenches. Battle of the trenches. Offensive line must win. Defensive line must win. The weather implications. This is a trench game, fellas. The Buffalo Bills have to stop the run. They have to stop the run. Put Mac Jones in long down and distance situations, 3rd and 7 or better. I'll say. I think that's the mark. 3rd and 7 or better. If the Buffalo Bills can do that on the defensive line, I think they'll have success. Offensively, they're gonna have to win. They're gonna have to win that battle up front because the Buffalo Bills are going to have to run and have some success running the football. Show some balance, have success running the football, and that will open up the play action. So, in my opinion, the X factor in this game is the trench battle. Whoever wins the battle in the trenches will win this game.
Ethan?
Well, it's part of the trenches, but I have 3 total, but 2 of them are the defensive tackles up the middle. I'm going with Ed Oliver and Harrison Phillips. Then also, this is all stemming on being able to stop the run, as King Rich has been saying, and the final guy, because they had a chance to finally stop them when in the first game we played them, stopping the run. When he finally decided to shoot the gap, and that's Matt Milano. I don't know why it took that long for them to do that, but that's another story. So I think if he can shoot the gap and stop the run, that'll make it a long day for him.
Trey? Or you want me to go?
You can go, Mook. I'll go after you.
I'm gonna agree with Akeem. I'm gonna agree with Ethan. But I'm gonna put some names on it. I'm gonna say the matchup between Deion Dawkins versus Matthew Judon and Spencer Brown versus Kyle Van Noy. You know, is like you said, it's one in the trenches. I asked Harrison Phillips that today, like, you know, because hey, New England got some big boys up front. Trent Brown is a massive man. All right. And, you know, this is what New England do. They run the football. They don't care. They come to punch you in the mouth. So the Bills got to be prepared to shut that down and come with that same fire and that same energy they've been having in recent weeks. And if they do that, then, you know, the game would be easy because Mac Jones is not going to beat the Buffalo Bills. Let me be perfectly clear with that. The next guy, I'll say the X factor is Josh Allen. It's playoff time now, and
Mhm.
just like how Marcus said, they paying you $258 million. This is why. All right, we need you to show up and show out
Show out.
these next 4 games. Be the man that everybody said you are. Be the MVP. No matter what the weather is, this is football. Now, and they making a whole big deal about this weather stuff. Like this, man. I mean, you know, Harrison said it too. Like, God damn, this is football, man. Let's just light up and play. You know what I mean?
This is football weather. You know?
Yeah, those are my X factors. Those the edges in Josh Allen.
Hey, before I want to come back in for a second. Just a side note. I don't know if there's something off with him, if he's somewhat injured and they're not saying it, but Matt Judon hasn't had a sack or a QB hit since the first game he played against them.
Well, this team starts when teams start rolling coverage your way and saying, "Hey, we got to take this guy. We got to take this guy. You can't let this guy be a game record. It's hard. It's really hard. You know that's why T.J. Watt didn't break the sack record. People are like, we are not let. I'm not going to be the guy in the history, NFL history, that let this guy break the NFL single season sack record. So when you start, when you get that type,
he did get it. They robbed him.
Yeah,
he should have got it on that second one. I don't know why that was.
He
But anyway,
forced the fumble. It's a strip sack. A sack is a sack. Like they ain't give it to him though. That's the NFL for you though.
Yeah.
Dre, what you got?
The no fun league, man. But I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have some more coverage on this tomorrow night on the Alphabet Football Show. My voice is kind of starting to come back, and I'm ready for it. I'm really excited for these games, man. It's gonna be really it's gonna be hot, man. Then we got some playoff football on Monday too.
Yep.
The 3-day weekend of football is not too bad, man. A playoff football with that too, so it's going to be exciting.
What do you got, Dre?
All right. Here's what I'm gonna say in a nutshell. I said this earlier. I agree with everybody's comments, sentiments, but I'm going to stress this one more time. This game does not favor the Buffalo Bills greatly at all. So, a couple things have to happen. One, you have to be creative on offense. I do not want to see no stale offense. I need Devin Singletary to have a game. Dawson Knox, I need him to catch the ball and maximize what he's doing. Gabe Davis, I do not want to see a 3-catch and a 14-target game ever again from you. I've got big, high expectations on Gabe Davis. I don't want to see that again. Defensively, Ethan talked about shooting the gaps. Gap integrity is super important. I need Tremont Edmonds to play his game and be instinctive. Okay, you can't let Damian Harris again run for a 64-yard touchdown in the first half and then break the spirit early of the Buffalo Bills. That's gonna piss me off. I don't want to see it. Okay, and then I need Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. If you know they gonna run, I need you to come up and step up and put your helmet on somebody. Put your helmet on somebody, for crying out loud. I know y'all love the pass cover a lot, but I need you to come up. I need to see that one signature hit from one of them two in this game. That's gonna say, maybe we should stop running the ball. Maybe we need to put the ball in Mac Jones's hands. I want to see that.
Lay them boys out.
I think if you play like dogs and you be aggressive like they have the last 2 weeks, hungry. They knew that they had to win to keep the playoff hope alive. They knew that they had to win the division. If you come in with that mentality and that mindset, the Bills should come out of Highmark with a win. I mean, hopefully. But if not, Bill Belichick is going to look like a real genius again. And we'll be talking about the greatness thereof of Bill Belichick, a guy who some people said after Tom Brady was done.
Okay.
Okay. You should ask him that. Matter of fact, Mookie, ask him how you felt about folks saying that he was done after Tom Brady. Ask him. Ask him that.
I don't think he's gonna. Nah, okay.
I dare you.
He's not gonna give me.
I triple y'all.
He wouldn't answer that.
You probably have to compliment him on a show.
No, he would just probably be like, I'm not really focused on that. I'm focused on Saturday.
I already struck a nerve when I said you've been taking away what teams do best for 20 years, and you haven't been coaching for more than 20 years. But you know, the 20 years.
I saw that.
You know, I got him though. I'm gonna get him again tomorrow. But soon
I think I know it. I'm glad Wolfo gave you a contract because New England media might have picked you up after getting him to smile.
Yeah, he might try to recruit me. This one I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna like, hey, coach, when you gonna be ready for me to take over?
Oh, that would
That's
be
what I'm gonna do.
that'd be good.
That'll be good. I'm definitely tuning in tomorrow.
I say, Coach, when you gonna be ready for me to take over? I think he's gonna get a kick out of that one too. You know,
no doubt.
Yeah, man.
All right. Any other comments? Hey, Rich, Mookie Hawkins.
Yo, I just appreciate you for having me on the show, man. I appreciate everybody for joining. This was a excellent conversation, excellent dialogue, and we're gonna hope for the best. I expect the Buffalo Bills to win this game. I expect the Buffalo Bills to hoist this Lombardi Trophy this year. If not now, then when? There's nobody in the AFC. The Chiefs are not the same Chiefs of a couple of years ago. They're not as fearful as they was in the past. Every team is beatable. There is no 2010 New England Patriots. There's no Kansas City Chiefs for a couple of years ago. The Buffalo Bills has a prime opportunity to take advantage and not only get to the Super Bowl, but win the Super Bowl. If not now, then win. So that's all I got. Go Bills.
Well, they said.
I appreciate everybody.
Oh yeah, like they said.
Ethan
like
Tweedy
they said it.
and Marcus Betts.
Yes,
Come on, man.
No, I was just saying, as they said in the locker room. Why not us?
Why not us?
Wait a minute. Yeah, I thought we were finished.
Make sure y'all tune into the Alphabets Football Show tomorrow night, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna break down all of the this weekend's playoff games, including the Buffalo Bills. I know this is just a Bills. I appreciate the invitation to come. I really be happy for my boy Mookie Hawkins over there doing this thing. We see you doing big things. And good luck to everybody this weekend. I hope everybody, enjoy the games. Beautiful. Just the favorite time of the year, man. Favorite time of the year. So good luck to everybody. Go out there. If you want respect, here's I got one for you, Mook. I like to give you some good stands. Sometimes you have to beat respect out of people. They don't want to respect you. What you do is you beat the respect out. No one respects us. You know what? No one respected the Seattle Seahawks either. A few years back before they became the Legion of Boom. You start getting a nickname and people start respect. And when they went out there and beat the snot out of Peyton Manning in the playoffs, people respect you then. Sometimes you got to beat the respect out of people. Make them respect you. So they ain't gonna give it to you. You gotta make them do it. So good luck to everybody. Appreciate everybody. Rise up, family. What?
Rise up, baby.
For sure. We want to thank everybody for tuning in on YouTube and on Facebook. This is the Buffalo Bills edition of Rise Up Late Night. I got my guy Akeem Richards from Built In Buffalo. I got Marcus the Alphabets. Obviously, you know what it is. Rise Up family and the Alphabets football talk show. I got Ethan Tweedy in the building. Y'all know what Ethan do. He at every damn game almost, damn near.
I wish,
including road games. I'm gonna just give you the props. Where props is due, man. Going to Jacksonville to watch that stinger, and then I got my guy.
Don't remind me.
I got my guy who's back, y'all, in the building once again. Mookie Hawkins, aka Offset, but he on set right now.
Man, the man, the myth, the legend.
Brother. That's right. The legend, one of the GOATs. I appreciate you, man. Congratulations on everything you're doing. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of what you're doing as well. With Waffle and everything.
We back on deck Sunday. We back on deck Sunday. So
yeah, we back on deck. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a preview of what the game is gonna be like last night as I came home and my house was cold as shit. It was cold. I'm like, yo, I ain't leaving here till my joint get heated again. Man, listen, I'm ready for Saturday. I will be in the building Saturday, by the way. I will be there Saturday.
Dope stuff.
Dress warm, Dre.
Hopefully I spot Mookie Hawkins. I see we got a piece of paper in his hand too. he got oh, yep. Make sure you got it. Oh, I got mine. Sure. There you go, add that. He goes to keep me out of the game.
Nah, not because of that.
This is for the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that's for the Super Bowl right there. Ooh. See, official tissue. Official tissue down in Tampa, baby.
LA.
Oh, LA, yeah. Oh, last year was Tampa. Oh.
You know the backup spot if this COVID stuff don't
Dallas.
You know, we'll be over here in Texas, so you know, y'all want to come get some. Right up. You want to come get some instead of eating all them damn buffalo wings. Y'all come here and get some good barbecue, man.
Oh, there we go. There we go. You know how to barbecue something, huh?
Man, I ain't just a handsome face, bro. I do a little bit of everything. Man.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Good show, guys.
We'll see y'all again soon. We'll be back on Sunday, though. I know what it is, man. Thank you for tuning in and supporting us. See ya.